Welcome back to Behind the Scenes at the Hanover Theater as we continue our conversation with Jennifer Agbay, this time about the Nutcracker. Welcome back, everybody. And so, Jennifer, you talked a little bit about the audition process in the youth summer program. And I just want to say, I've witnessed your auditions for the Nutcracker. I'm very impressed by what you do with all those students. And again, I cannot even imagine. It's very competitive. Very, very competitive. How many people did you have apply last year?
You know,
audition.
It was an overwhelming number for us. To date, it was 200 dancers, potential dancers.
Right.
And, you know, like you said, it was competitive. So, unfortunately, we could not take everybody.
Right.
And that was heartbreaking.
Of course.
You know, we're looking for the best dancers to fill the roles, and that's with skill level, talent, and ability. Mm-hmm. And I just remember the last group, our youngest group, and you know, some of them did unfortunately get cut from the audition, and not only were some of those children crying, but the rest of the faculty we were all crying. We became so sensitive because
these little girls, they're pouring out their heart and soul, trying as hard as they possibly can.
And we noticed that.
Yeah.
And we encourage them to keep trying year after year because everybody grows.
Right.
And they come back with something different.
Right.
And so we encourage that. We want that because we want everybody to have a chance in this production.
Right. So have you set the audition date for this year yet?
We did. Saturday, September 7th at the Hanover Theater.
We love the Hanover Theater, don't we? Okay, so Saturday, great. September 7th at the Hanover Theater. What do people need to do if they're interested in auditioning?
If they're interested in auditioning, what they need to do is contact me at Ballet Arts Worcester. The number there is 508-791-3233. They can also go up on our website, which is balletartsworcester.com, and they can find information there. They can download registration information. They can go on our Facebook page as well.
So do you have tips? Because you break your auditions into age groups, right?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
And so do you have different tips for the different age groups?
You know, I would have to say, and it's been very consistent for so many years, is that we're looking for a solid foundation in classical ballet. If you have your solid foundation, then you are apt to do almost anything. So ranging from the tender age of 7 all the way to 21, 22 years old, we're looking for foundation, great foundation that's body alignment, body placement, arm placement, and, you know, use of, I would say, articulation in feet and legs. And, you know, there has to be some component of strength there as well.
Right. So I was noticing in the older group, I mean, you have some very challenging dance numbers in the Nutcracker. Obviously, if anybody has ever seen the Nutcracker, there are numbers where there is a lot of point work.
Yes.
And typically the dancers who are cast to those roles are phenomenal, right? You had some dancers from Festival Ballet.
Yes, we did.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I remember watching one girl audition, and right away I picked her on. I was like, now there's a ringer. And that was somebody, I think you had told me that she had been accepted into the professional program at
the Dance Theater of Harlem.
Yes. Well, two then. So there is that girl who was phenomenal.
Oh, in the Kirov as well. Yes, one of my
the Kirov.
Yes, oh my God. One of my former students. I'm going to say her name. Her name is Shayla Murphy. Shayla has been a student of mine since, oh my God, I want to say 6 or 7 years old.
Wow.
She left Ballet Arts Worcester for a summer program at the Kirov. And after being there for, I believe it was 5 weeks, they actually asked her to stay on for the full year.
Wow. And how old was she?
I think she was a freshman in high school.
Wow.
When they asked her.
Wow.
Yes.
And so did she?
She did. She went and she just graduated last summer. She graduated last summer.
From high school?
From the Kirov, which has an academic program attached to their...
Isn't that phenomenal?
Yes, classical ballet program. So last year, after the summer after graduation, she was auditioning, and she got picked up by Festival Ballet Providence. So it was great because he is a former student going to the care of, comes back home, and then is picked up by Festival Ballet in Providence and is able to come back and dance in the Nutcracker.
That's a great success story.
God, it was awesome.
Right here from this area, and she is a beautiful dancer for sure. Like I said, I picked her out right away. I was like, all right. All right, that young dancer over there is not your average dancer at all. It's true.
Yeah, she did well when she was at the care of, and you could, like you said, tell just through her dancing, her grace, her poise.
But by the way, she stands,
Yeah.
actually. And that was another thing. It's funny. I was noticing when you have everybody stand, because you have everybody stand in the line so that tell us what you're doing in that moment.
Honestly, we're looking for body placement. Mm-hmm. It's number one.
And they're just standing on a line.
They're just standing on a line.
So don't you think that some of those students don't even realize that that's what you're looking at?
Yes. Yeah, they really don't. I don't, unless they've been through our audition process, they really come into this not really knowing what the expectation is.
Right.
I think after, their hour, 2 hour, hour and a half time, they might get an idea and be more prepared for the following year. But no, usually they don't know what we're doing. So there's a science and a method.
Always. And so then we were just talking about the Nutcracker, and that's going to be going on sale.
Yes, it is. And I believe in July.
Right.
They're going on
so
sale.
All of our plans, maybe we do some Christmas promotions together this year. Who knows? The
That'd
world
be
is our
fantastic.
oyster, right,
That's
Jennifer?
right. Absolutely.
Yes. And so that is such a great way to kick off Thanksgiving and the holidays is with the Nutcracker, because, we'll have our big Black Friday sale, and then you'll open up that night, and it'll be all Nutcracker all weekend.
Our 6th season here.
6th season.
Yeah.
It's a fabulous thing.
That's so great. I'm so proud of it.
And I've seen the production grow astronomically.
Yes, it has.
It's something for all of us to be really proud of.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I mean, I have to keep growing this program because it's really not at its optimum place.
Well, it's funny to me because classical ballet, you've already said it is the foundation of all dance.
Yes.
It's also the most challenging
It is.
discipline out of all of the
It is.
styles, right? But if you have a solid ballet foundation, you really can do anything.
You can. Absolutely.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. And I remember one season watching So You Think You Can Dance. And something wonderful came from Nigel's mouth. And he said, classical ballet, get into classical ballet classes. And I'll reiterate what you just said. For that purpose, when you have a solid classical foundation, you can do anything. And whether that's ballroom, modern dance, jazz, contemporary, it is going to be your strength. It's what's going to pull you through.
Well, I love the fact that these dance shows have become more popular because surely you've noticed that ballet and dance in general has become more popular, and it's growing now. And it definitely was shrinking, I think, for a couple decades there.
Right.
Right after Mikhail Brishnikov reached his peak, I don't think there was another hot male dancer for all of us to drool over.
Right.
But it's coming back, and that's really good. Have you seen the same thing happening here in Worcester?
For Ballet Arts Worcester, yes, in particular. I think that's only my, real connection. I have seen our enrollment grow because parents they want the foundation in classical ballet. And I think they're also looking for an art form. It's a highly skilled art form. And I think from classical ballet, not only can it take you through different genres of dance, but it can take you through real life.
Absolutely.
Like me here, speaking with you on a microphone and having a very fluid conversation, or having to go on a job interview or stand up and give a speech in front of somebody.
Well, listen, there is nothing like having to go out with your hair pulled off your face and a leotard and tights so that everybody can see exactly what's going on there and remember some complicated steps in a dance and make it all look effortless to really train people how to present ideas.
Exactly.
Period. It doesn't matter if they dance for another minute outside of, I'd say, high school, college. The skills that you learn in the performing arts and dance in particular they are life skills. So thank you so
absolutely.
much for joining us
Thank you
this
for
morning.
having me. I'm always honored. Thank you.
You're welcome. And so again, if people want more information about the Nutcracker auditions, where should they go?
Okay, they can call Ballet Arts Worcester, 508-791-3233, or go to our website, balletartsworcester.com.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Lisa.
You have a fabulous day, and
You
we'll
too.
see you soon.